Hello and welcome to another fragrance video. This time we're going to look at what I think are 5 of the most underrated fragrances. These are 5 fragrances that don't really get a lot of love in the community, but are ones that I really enjoy. Now, I don't have every fragrance that's ever been made, so I can't say with any clear conviction what the most underrated fragrances are, because no doubt me personally I will also underrate fragrances because I've either tested them once or even not tested them at all. So this is my personal opinion, and we're going to kick things off with a quick honourable mention, and it is Paul Smith Extreme. Came out back in 2003. This one can be picked up for very reasonable prices. I mean, this 50ml bottle only cost me £15, but it has fantastic longevity. It's a woody aromatic, has spices, but it kind of has a bit of freshness as well. The main notes with this are nutmeg, lemon, geranium, bergamot, rosemary, Brazilian rosewood, tonka bean, cardamom, and musk. But it's really the nutmeg and the lemon that sort of stands out. As somebody in a review that I read on one of the main fragrance sites said, it embodies sort of spicy freshness. So relatively inexpensive fragrance to look out for, and good longevity. So moving on to the main list of 5 fragrances, we start with Youp Jump. Again, this is a fragrance that's been out for a while now. Came out back in around 2005 off the top of my head. Bit of a sort of spring evening fragrance, could probably be worn in the summer. Quite a young person's fragrance. And again, very inexpensive. If you want to know the notes on this one, it's heliotrope, tonka bean, grapefruit, which surprises me, rosemary, musk, coriander, vetiver, and caraway. Again, 100ml of this, about 20 quid, but probably the best in-house when it comes to Youp, who, like Paul Smith, don't really make a lot of classic fragrances, but certainly a bit of a gem. So coming in on number 4 on this list is Roberto Cavalli's Umo Silver Essence. Quite a recent addition to my collection. This was released, I believe, in 2017. Not a great deal of reviews on YouTube about this one, weirdly. It's a flanker to the original Roberto Cavalli Umo, but this one's a bit more toned down. It's a little bit more daytime fragrance-ish, but still has a lot of spiciness to it. Lavender and ginger really stand out with this one. Quite a sort of moderate fragrance. I wouldn't say it's heavy, but again, the few times I've had a chance to wear it, great longevity with this, and prices have dropped massively with it. So again, one to look out for. I actually bought this one from TK Maxx of all places, but as I say, highly underrated because it's not talked about, and fragrance reviewers on YouTube don't seem to have got hold of this one very much. I think there's only about 2 or 3 so far that I've looked at this one so far, so I probably will be doing my own review at some point in the coming weeks. Moving swiftly on, we have Prada Luna Rosa Sport. This is an oriental spicy. It's been out around a few years, probably 5-6 years now. Again, there's quite a few reviewers have done this, but it's not massively out there. It certainly doesn't make many people's lists, but it is a very well received fragrance. Great lavender fragrance with vanilla. Brought comparisons to Jean-Paul Gaultier's Le Male, the big monster from the mid-90s that's been toned down and watered down, that was very common. This to me, though, personally reminds me more of Carolina Herrera's 212 Sexy Men. Great fragrance, all occasions, you can wear this through the day. I'd say it's more of a spring fragrance, maybe not sort of an office fragrance, but certainly an afternoon fragrance if you're visiting family or friends during the spring or the autumn, possibly. Summer, maybe not so much. But another great fragrance from Prada, and another one to look out for. Number 2, not that these are in any particular order, but number 2 anyway, is Lanvin L'Homme Sport. Flanker to the original Lanvin L'Homme, from the French house of Lanvin, obviously. Been around since 2009. It had a bit of an advertising campaign when it first came out that made it fairly noticeable, featuring Rafa Nadal, a tennis player. But these days, don't see it advertised anywhere, don't see it sold in any of the main shops, don't see it appearing often on YouTube, although I have heard Jeremy Fragrance mention this, I think once or twice in the past. Not that I've seen a review from him. Again, it has lavender. You might notice I seem to like that quite a lot, but it's a daytime fragrance, real sort of freshy, mainly because it has a mouthy lemon, which I think gives it sort of a clean vibe. Not going to offend anybody, does actually get decent compliments in the office as well. And like with most of these fragrances, when they're underrated, they don't break the bank. So you're only looking at spending between £20–25, I think, for this sort of fragrance. So for that kind of money, why the hell not? And we round things off with my favourite flanker from Dolce & Gabbana's The One line. It's the One Gentleman. Now, many of the flankers that have come out in this line, well, there's not too many of them, but the main flanker to the original The One is The One Eau de Parfum. Very well received fragrance in the community, talked about as a great autumn fragrance, and comes out top of a lot of people's lists. This one, though, doesn't get a lot of mentions, particularly not these days. I know there's a few fragrance reviewers who do really love this, but he's not talked about that often. Jay Royal's one of the ones that does like this, so maybe we'll check out his stuff and see about it. But to give you the upshot on what it is, this is more of a, I don't know the word, I won't say it's a winter fragrance, I would call this kind of an autumn fragrance, but a little bit more sweeter and maybe, I dare say, slightly younger than the original The One. Going through sort of the notes, you've got pepper, you've got vanilla, you've got lavender again. I think I can see a trend here occurring that lavender seems to be my favourite fragrance now. Unbeknown to myself, I didn't even realise that until I started making this video. But this is a great fragrance. You won't see it particularly often in many of the big department stores that sort of push the more newer lines from Dolce & Gabbana. But if you can find this, you won't be disappointed whatsoever. Add it to your collection, spray liberally, and enjoy. Anyway, thank you for joining me on this video. Do look out for more of my videos, and if you can spare the time, please look at some of my past ones as well. I've been steadily adding to my collection more and more over the last few months, so look out for some new reviews coming up and a few more lists as well. But until then, thanks for now.